In this video, we'll see some questions based on fundamental theorem of arithmetic, prime factorization, and finding HCF and LCM by prime factorization. One question, let us see. Find the HCF and LCM of below pair of numbers by prime factorization and verify HCF and LCM is equal to product of two numbers. The first one, 50, 60 and 50. Let us see 60 and 50. So we want to find HCF of 60 and 50 by prime factorization method. So what is the prime factorization for 60? Make short division, divide by 2. So it is 0 here, so divisible by 2. Divide by 2, we get 30. Then again divide by 2, we get 15. 15 is divisible by next prime number 3. We get 5. 5 is also a prime. So stop it here. Then 60 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So 2 square into 3 into 5. Now 50. 50 is divisible by 2. We get 25. 25 is not divisible by 2, not divisible by 3. It is divisible by 5. So 5 here. We get 5. It is a prime number. We cannot divide any further. The prime factorization for 50 is 50 is equal to 50 into 5 square. Now let us find HCF and LCM. HCF is equal to, while finding HCF, we have to take the smallest power of common factors involved. The common factors involved are 2 and 5. 3 is not a common factor. So here the smallest power of 2 is 2 power 1. And here the smallest power of 5 is 5 power 1. So 2 into 5, 10. HCF is 10. Then find LCM. To calculate LCM, we have to take the highest power of all the primes involved. The highest power of 2 is 2. So 2 power 2 into 3. 3 is also involved. The highest power of 3 is 3 power 1. The highest power of 5 is 5 power 2. So this is LCM. 4 into 3 into 25. 4 into 3, 12. 12 into 25. Or 4 into 25, 100. This is 300. Now you verify whether HCF into LCM is equal to product of the two numbers. Let us say the two numbers are A and B. It should be A into B. HCF of A of B. Generally HCF product is written with a parenthesis. And LCM function is written with square brackets. LCM of A and B. Sometimes the HCF and LCM they are missed even. Simply showing in parentheses means HCF. Simply showing in square brackets means LCM. This can be used also. But however, we'll mention here. We'll write it clearly now. HCF of A and B into LCM of AB is equal to A into B. This relation is true for only two numbers. We cannot extend it like this for three numbers. Now let us verify. HCF we got is 10 into LCM is 300. So this is 3000. This is left side, left hand side. Then what is right hand side? A into B. 60 into 50. This is 3000. So here 3000 and here also 3000. It is verified. Next one 36, 48. We want to find HCF and LCM of 36 and 48. Let us write 36 and 48 in prime factorization. What is the prime factorization for 36? Let us take short division and see. Divide by 2, we get 18. This is also divisible by 2. So we get 9. 9 is divisible by 3. 3 into 3. So prime factorization for 36 is 2 power 2 into 3 power 2. Prime factorization for 48, let us do short division. Divide by 2, we get 24. Then again this is divisible by 2. By dividing by 2, we get 12. 12 is also divisible by 2. Dividing by 2, we get 6. 6 is also divisible by 2. 3. 3 is a prime number. We stop it here. Then prime factorization for 48 is 2 into 2 into 2, 4 times. 2 power 4 into 3. So HCF is equal to the smallest powers of common factors should be taken. 2 and 3 both are common factors here. The smallest power of 2 is 2 power 2 and the smallest power of 3 is 3 power 1. Now 2 power 2 into 3 is 4 into 3, it is 12. LCM. LCM is, so take the highest powers of the all the factors involved. All the factors involved are 2 and 3 only. So highest power of 2 is 2 power 4 here into highest power of 3 is 3 power 2. So 2 power 4 is 16. 16 into 3 into 3. 16 into 9. 16 into 9 is 144. So you can verify here again. HCF into LCM should be 12 into 144 and again 36 into 45. Just to verify it, it will be equal. Now let us look into exercise 1.2. Express each of the following numbers as product of its prime numbers. 140 divisible by 2. So divide by 2, dividing by 2 we get 70. Again divisible by 2, 35. We can divide it by 5 only, not divisible by 3 also. So 5 here 7. So 140 is equal to 2 power 2 into 5 into 7. Next 156 divisible by 2. So 2 sevens are 14, 8, 78. 78 is divisible by 2. We get 3, 18, so 9. 39 is divisible by 3. We get 13. So 156 can be written as 2 power 2 into 3 into 13. In this way, the other numbers can also be expressed as product of prime factors. Find the LCM and HCF of the following integers by prime factorization method. Let us see one or two. The first one, let us see 12, 15 and 21. 12 divide by 2, we get 6. Again divide by 2, we get 3. So 12 can be written as 2 square into 3. 15. 15 is not divisible by 2. It is divisible by 3 only. So 15 is equal to 3 into 5. 21. 21 is divisible by 3. We get 7. 21. So here it is 15. 21. 3 into 7. So we can write it in this way. 12 is equal to 2 power 2 into 3. 15 is equal to, let us write 3 here. 3 into 5. 21 is equal to 3 into 7. Now HCF. We should take the product of smallest number of common factors involved. Common factors here, 2 is not a common factor. Only 3 is common factor. The smallest power of 3 here 1. So HCF is 1. Then LCM. The highest factors, highest powers of all the factors involved. 2 highest power is 2. For 3 highest power is 1, 3 power 1. 5 power 1. 7 power 1. So 4 into 3 12. 12 into 5 60. 60 into 7 420. So in this way the other problems can be solved. Now let us go to the third one. Check whether 6 power n can end with digit 0 for any natural number n. So n is a natural number here. 6 power n. N is a natural number. Means n can take the values 1, 2, 3, etc. Check whether any power of 6 can end with 0. So let us check for some numbers. 6 power 1. 6 power 1 is 6. The last digit is 6. 6 square, 6 power 2. So 6 into 6, we get 36. Here also last digit. Here last digit is 6. Here last digit is 6. So 6 power 3. What is the last digit we get? In 6 square we got the last digit of 6. So this is 36 into 6. So we will multiply 6 into 6 here. So here also we get 36. So the last digit is 6 only. Last digit is 6. So every time we get a number ending in 6 and we have to multiply it by 6 again. So whatever may be the power raised to for 6. So 6 power n, for any value of n, for every value of n, the last digit is 6. Last digit is 6. So check whether 6 power n ends with digit 0 for any natural number. For any natural number, for all the natural numbers, it ends with only 6 but not 0. So there is no any value of natural number n for which 6 power n can end with the digit 0. Now explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 11, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. So what is a composite number and what is a prime number? Prime number has only two factors, 1 and the prime. It has no other factor. What is composite number? Composite number has 1 and the same number and several other factors, at least 1 other factors also. And by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, we know that composite number can be written as a product of prime numbers. So if we are able to write any number as a product of prime numbers, we can say that that number is a composite number. Here we are given with two numbers. We are given with some expression giving a number. Here also we are given with some expression giving a number. Let us manipulate them and write as a product of some numbers, product of either composite numbers or prime numbers. If we are able to write it as a product of composite or prime numbers, that is a composite number. So any number in this form, a into b into c, etc., etc., then that is a composite number. That is a composite number. This a, b, c, they can be either prime or composite. Composite in the sense that can be again written as product of primes. The first one given is 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. Seven into 11 into 13 plus 13. So here we are given with two terms, one product and the other product. In first product, we have a factor 13. In second product also, we have factor 13. So we can take 13 as common factor and write it as 13 into 7 into 11 plus we get 1 here. So clearly it is seen here that this is one unit, one number into another number. We are able to write this number as product of two numbers. This is prime. This we can evaluate. It is 78 actually. So 13 into 78. We did not calculate this also. Here it is clearly visible. We have two factors here, 13 and some other number. So we are able to mention this number as product of two numbers directly. So this is a composite number. Similarly, the other one, 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. Here also we are given with two products. It is a summation of two products. In first product, we have a factor 5. In second product also we have a factor 5. So this can be written as, by taking 5 as a common factor, 5 into 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2. One may be written or not. There is no problem at all. Plus 1 here. 1 for 5, this 5. So here also we are able to rewrite this number as a product of two numbers, one 5 and this is another number. We did not calculate. This is 5 and this is some other number. So we have mentioned this number as a product of two numbers. So this number is also a composite number. Fifth one, how will you show that 17 into 11 into 2 plus 17 into 11 into 5 is a composite number? So this is also a similar problem. We are given with 17 into 11 into 12 plus 17 into 11 into 5. So in this, here also we have, it is represented as a summation of two products. This is one term, one product term. This is another product term. And it is a summation of these two terms. Now, here if we see, we have 17 as a factor here. And here also 17 is as a factor. Here 11 is there. Here also 11 is there. So 17 into 11 is a common factor for both these products. So we can rewrite it as 17 into 11 into, we get 2 here and 5 here. 17 into 11 into 2 plus 5. 2 plus 5 as a single unit, we know we get 7. So 17 into 11 into 7. We are able to write the number as a product of 3 primes here. It is a product of 3 primes. So it is composite. What is the last digit of 6 power 100? We have already seen this problem. 6 power n. For any 6 power n, for all values of n, for all values of n, last digit is 6. So 6 power 100, the last digit is 6. So we have to explain here. 6 power 1 is 6, 6 power 2 is 36. So last number is 6. So whatever we explained in previous problem, we have to explain and finally mention that 6 power 100 has last digit as 6. Given that HCF of 306 and 657 is equal to 9, find LCM of 306, 657. So we know this relation HCF of A comma B into LCM of A comma B. We can either square brackets or parentheses here. Both are valid when we mention this one. When we mention the functions, any one can be used. If functions are not mentioned, if only parenthesis is used, it is HCF. If only square brackets are used, it is LCM. So HCF of AB into LCM of AB is equal to A into B. We are given with the numbers A, B and HCF. We have to find LCM. So LCM of AB is equal to A into B by HCF of AB. So using this formula, just by transferring HCF to the other side, we can find LCM. Find the last digit of the following: 2 power 20. What is the last digit of 2 power 20? So let us look at various powers of 2. 2 power 1, last digit. What is the last digit? 2 power 1 is 2, so last digit is 2. 2 power 2, last digit is 4. 2 power 3, we get 8, so last digit is 8. 2 power 4, 8 into 2, 16. So last digit is 6. 2 power 5. So 6 into 2, we get 12. Or real correct value also we can see. 2 power 4 is 16. 16 into 2. 2 power 5 is 32. So we get again 2 as last digit. Further, the same thing gets repeated. So for power 1, we are getting 2. Power 2, we are getting 4. Power 3, we are getting 8. Power 4, we are getting 6. And power 5, we get again 2 only. So if we have any power, 2 power something n, if we are able to divide n by 4, we will get 6. So if we write it as 4 power 4m plus 1, if we are able to write n as 4m plus some remainder r. If r is 1, r is 0, that means it is divisible by 4. The last digit is 6. So 2 power n, where we are able to write n as 4 power m plus r for some n, for some m. So if r is equal to 0, that means 4 power m, then last digit is 6. 4 power 2 power 4m plus 1, we get last digit 2. 2 power 4m plus 2, we get last digit 4. 2 power 4m plus 3, we get last digit as 8. So what we are given with is 2 power 20. 20 can be written as 20 is equal to 4 into 5 plus 0. Remainder is 0 here. So 2 power 20 has last digit 6. So it is in this form. So the last digit is 6. Now let us look at another problem. 2 power 25. 2 power 25. So this can be written as 4, 4, 6, 24 plus 1. So we are able to write in this way. 2 power 4 m plus 1. For this, the last digit is 2. So last digit is 2. Next one, 3 power 10. Say 3 power 10. Now let us look at 3 power 1, 3 power 2 like that. Let us observe actually what are the last digits. 3 power 1, last digit is 3. 3 power 2, last digit is 9. 3 power 3, last digit is 7. 3 power 3 is 27, so last digit is 7. 3 power 4, 3 power 4 is 81, or you can multiply this last digit 7 into 7 by 3, 7 into 3, 21. So last digit here is 1. 3 power 5, again we are getting 3. They are getting repeated after 4 powers, it is getting repeated. So here also we can mention that 3 power 4m plus 0, last digit is 1. 3 power 4m plus 1, last digit is 3. 3 power 4m plus 2, here last digit is 9. 3 power 4m plus 3, last digit here 3 power 3 we got 7. So this is also 7. What we are asked is 3 power 10. 10 can be written as 3 power 4 into 2 plus 2. Here we got a 2. So the last digit is 9. Last digit is 9. So in this way we can check for other numbers. 3 power 15. 3 power 15. 3 power 15. 3 power 15 can be written as 4 into 3. 3 power 4 into 3 plus 2. So plus 2 is here. So 3 power 3 square. Last digit is 9. For other numbers also, we can do the same thing. 3 power 16, 3 power 4 power 20. Let us see for 4. 4 power 20. What happens for 4? 4 power 1. The last digit is 4. 4 square. 4 power 2. It is 16. So last digit is 6. 4 power 3. So into 4. Into 4. 6 into 4, 24. So 4. So it is again getting repeated. We are getting only 4 and 6. 4 power 1, we get last digit is 4. 4 power 2, so multiply this with 4, we get 16, so 6. Last digit is 6 here. So 4 power 3, that means 4 power 2 into 4. In last digit, here last digit is 6, we have to multiply it by 4. So we get 24, 6 into 4, 24. So last digit is 4 here. 4 power, for 4 power 3 also, last digit is 4. So they get repeated. Only two terms here. So 4 power 2m. If it is in the form of 4 power 2m, we get the last digit as 6. If the given power is as 4 power 2m plus 1, we get the last digit 4. So whatever it is asked, 4 power 20. 4 power 20 is in this form. So we get last digit as 6. In this way, for any numbers, it can form for 5. 5 power 1, last digit is 5. 5 square, last digit is again 5. 5 cube, 5. For all the powers of 5, last digit is 5. For 6, for all the powers of 6, last digit is 6. Then let us see 7. 7 power 1, we get 7. 7 power 2, so 7 into 7, 49. The last digit is 9. 7 power 3, here we have 9. We have to multiply it by 7. 9 7 is 63. So we get last digit 3. 7 power 4. Again multiply this by 7. Last digit is 3 here. Multiply by 7. We get 21. So last digit is 1. 7 power 5. Multiply the last digit by 7. So we are getting 7 here. So after 4 powers, the last digit is getting repeated. So here also we can write 7 power 4m. Last digit is 1 here, this one. So 7 power 4m plus 1. If it is in this form, the last digit is 7. 7 power 2. That means 4 power 7 power 4m plus 2. Then the last digit is 9. 7 power 4m plus 3. The last digit is 3. In this way, we can calculate it for 8, 9, etc. See you next video.